What's going on, everybody? This is Far Side of the Pod. My name's Jordan. We got Ridge.
That's it.
We got Caleb. And today we got some great things to talk about. We're gonna, we know if you're a part of the whole fandom. This past weekend was Comic Con, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But before we get to that, we're gonna talk about some horror movie stuff and a uh, technically maybe horror just because the director. Um, so first of all, we're going to talk about Crystal Lake. We got a teaser trailer for it a couple weeks ago, and before I get into it, Caleb, have you haven't seen it, right?
I have not seen that yet, no.
All right, Ridge,
But you can talk about it. It doesn't bother me.
I've seen it.
Ridge, tell me what you think about it, big dog.
I'm actually surprised. Like, it seems more so like, well, at least this first season of it. I don't know how long this show is going to be, but it's really focusing in a lot more on the mom than what I thought.
Well, honestly, when they announced that it was going to be like a prequel season series, I would understand. Honestly, some people think that there'd be a possibility that we could see his dad, but or at least a mentioning of his dad.
Well, I'd say either mentioning or maybe a flashback, but I'm not going to hold out hope on that neither, just because we haven't really heard any names of anybody, and I feel like that's something that would have got out by now.
Right.
Yeah.
But it definitely looks interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And Linda Cardellini, I mean, honestly, she's awesome. And getting to see her actually portray Pam Voorhees, and, it shows in the trailer, that we are going to get some kills and some iconic moments and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for the show. And, I'm excited to see what they're going to cook up. I like how we're getting this revision of the classic horror icons. You know, Speaking of that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next little thing just because it's the same topic. Over this last week, we got the official confirmation that Paramount is in works of creating and coming up with a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie. We are officially getting a reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street with, and I don't know if y'all know about this, with uh, Wes Craven's original screenplay for it.
Ooh,
Yep.
neat. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
That's
So,
sweet. I like that.
so the fact that we're going to have the greatest horror director, in my opinion, the greatest horror director's touch on his original concept onto this film. I know it probably won't be spot on to what it is, but at least they're taking parts of it, and I think that'll help this movie be a success, even if it doesn't. At least gives it a boost to know that somehow Wes Craven, not only being the originator of Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, his touch and his original vision for the movie will be adapted. Ridge, Caleb, since Ridge talked last, you go ahead and say what you think about this, man.
I'm excited. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Was a fan of the remake that they did. Um, People, I know people will disagree on that, but I still thought that movie was freaking fantastic.
I think it's an
Um,
underrated movie too, myself.
It is yeah, I think it's very underrated. I think it was just because of the issues that was brought up into it that kind of ruined it for some people, and I get it, but I still thought that it added a really sinister, dark tone to the character. But to see a complete reboot that's going to have Wes Craven's original ideas for the movie, I think it'll either go really good or it'll go okay because he changed. Obviously, he made some changes for a reason, and then there was obviously going to be some changes that he didn't want to make that he was probably forced to make. So we're going to get to see the original play out the way he had it first, and that's pretty cool.
All right, Ridge, what do you think?
I'm confident in it. First off, I'm glad that we're finally getting Frederick Krueger back on our screens. Not only
Frederick.
just on our screens, but on the big screens.
And in our
Mm-hmm.
dreams.
Uh,
Our
Yep, that's
dreams.
right. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that they're doing a reboot, basing it off of the original screenplay. Uh, so that way, that gives me a little bit of relief knowing that we're going back to that instead of trying to tell a completely new story with it, or try to even jump into like how Halloween was.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing on Halloween, the 2018 movie of
Wait, did
it,
you just
but
say it was bad?
no, I said I'm not bashing on it. Not saying that it was bad.
I was about to say, you can call it
That's not
bad,
what
but
I'm
you can't
trying to
call
say.
that one bad.
No, I'm not trying to call that one bad. I'm not trying to call that movie bad at all. I'm just saying I like that they're going back and just saying, yeah, no, we're going to reboot this thing from off and base it from the original screenplay. The only thing right now that I am also interested in that we haven't gotten any word on, or as far as I know, we haven't got any word on, is whoever is going to be directing this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
My personal pick, and forgive me for not remembering his name right off the top of my head. It's been a long day, so I think that the director over Terrifier franchise
Oh,
Okay.
Damien
should
Leone.
should direct this
And
one.
Damien Leone.
Yes, I think he should get this one.
And honestly,
I'm not disagreeing with that.
We're gonna, since you brought that up, we're gonna bring up what Caleb brought up. I mean, if they let Damien Leone in on this film, there could be more of a possibility that Michael LaVey could play Freddy. I mean,
Could play.
those who
Yeah.
don't know who Michael LaVey is, he's a producer and he helps on the Terrifier franchise and other movies like Steamboat and A Mean One and stuff like that. But apparently in some film he played a younger version of Robert Englund, and he posted a video talking about how he wanted to play Freddy, and he sounds just like
Oh my God, yeah.
Robert
Looks
Englund.
like him too.
But
Looks just like him.
But if they want to go, and I'm gonna ask y'all this,
Mhm.
I think they're gonna want a newer vision for Freddy. I don't think they want to
Yeah.
entirely copy Robert Englund, and that's my thing with Michael LaVey's part of it. He's like a carbon copy. I want from y'all, if there's one actor from the top of your head right now, who would you pick to play Freddy? Just like anybody you can come up with right now. And I'll go ahead and say mine. I've got a couple, but I'm gonna go ahead and say like 2 or 3 of mine. My number one thought that I can think of off the top of my head, 100%, is Jamie Bowers Campbell, and that Scott played Vecna in Stranger Things.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that one before.
First of all, Vecna's inspired by Freddy. 2, I mean, Jamie Bowers Campbell.
Just look at him.
He can pull off the look, but the thing is he the way he speaks is Vecna too.
Yeah.
Like, it would sound so menacing as a Freddy Krueger, but that's like if they wanted to keep him the more menacing side than like the goofy side, or have a mixture of both. I'm gonna say another one. It's crazy because it is another Stranger Things alumni, but especially with that Faces of Fear movie that came out this past year, he's proven himself to be a good horror actor, and that's Dacker Montgomery. I know it's a weird pick. It's not like a high pick for me, but I think that'd be somebody that I at least feel like could pull it off decently. And I feel like if I had one more person that I could pick, I don't know. I don't know just yet, but I think my number one pick would be Jamie Bowers Campbell, just off the top of my head. Caleb, you got anybody?
I've been thinking. I'm trying to remember exactly who this person is. Hang on to me. I'm looking him up. If you want to ask Ridge real quick.
Rich?
Well, you come over to me and I gotta be quite honest with you. I ain't got a freaking clue, alright? To me personally, I'm just going to throw this out while we're thinking of new characters or new people to play this character. I don't see an issue with getting somebody to play almost a carbon copy of what we already gotten.
Right? No,
I don't mind that
I don't
at
mind it.
all.
I don't mind it either. I just don't know if they will. So that's why I
Yeah.
It's
posed the question.
well, the reason why too is like, especially if we are rebooting this from and basing it off of the original screenplay, I think that it wouldn't hurt to have somebody that plays it the exact same way we've seen it already.
Right.
Like let's say, just from my perspective, if we brought in someone new again to play Chucky, I would want them to sound exactly the same way Chucky has always sounded.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you that.
No diss towards the one remake that we got of Child's Play. That was cool. But if we're going to reboot it, let's just reboot it with somebody that sounds the exact same way. You know? So to me, my personal pick is let's go with the guy that's going to sound closer and give off the original Freddy that we all know.
All right. I mean I can get behind that. I mean, like I said, I'd be happy for that. And like you said, if Damien Leone became the director, that'd be more of a chance that could happen. Now,
Another thing too with Damien, real quick, sorry to interrupt.
are you good?
The reason why I want him on this too is because Freddy, a lot of his kills are just absolutely brutal.
Yeah, and sometimes
Back in the heyday.
and sometimes they can be absolutely goofy. Too.
Right. And they're really bloody. And you know that the director, Damien, he's really good at that stuff. We've seen it with Terrifier.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a nice fit for the director.
You know what? I just thought about this, and I could think about it with this director too. I know y'all. I mean, me and Caleb went and watched it. Evil Dead and Evil Dead.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who plays the father in that movie would probably be a really
Oh, my-
good Freddy. Like,
I think he would. I think he'd do good too. You're right.
Even a lot of people on TikTok and everything were saying that, after watching Evil Dead, they think that guy would gave off major Freddy vibes. But
Like if you watch, take the time to watch Evil Dead Burn, you'll see what everybody's talking about. Like that dude, I think that dude could do it. Yeah,
and he's got the
I
body.
can see.
He's got the body type
Mhm.
too.
And his mannerisms, like just I mean, you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying his mannerisms because we watched it together. But
the reason
yeah,
I say that is just because a lot of his posture and the way his body type
Mhm.
is, and honestly, he doesn't look far.
he has that
from-
hunched up.
He doesn't
Yeah.
look far off from what Robert Englund looked like, and
Mm-mm.
another-
I did find the two people I was thinking of. I couldn't remember their names for the life of me, but I did find if they were making this movie about 5 years ago, I would have said Michael Shannon
okay.
or Ralph Ineson.
Oh no.
Ralph Ineson's got the frame, and he was in The Witch, and he did really good in that.
No, I just think I don't know about that.
I don't know about his vocals. Yeah, I mean, obviously they could distort him like they did for the original, the first movie, wasn't it? Or the first movie or two, they distorted it before he learned how to shape his voice that way. So I mean, I could see maybe his voice not like Ralph's voice not working out, but his posture and his facial structure is very Freddy like.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't deal with it. Freddy having a nose like Ralph Ineson.
I mean, I get what you.
can't.
What if it's burned up though? You got to remember.
Yeah, but I don't.
remember
I don't want to give him a skull nose either to make him look like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get what you mean. I get it. You don't want to go too much on too much of the remake movie, right?
But to you, Ridge, talking about the director, I mean, the director that I could think of off the top of my head that I'd like to see this, and I feel like I said this previously. Honestly, it would be cool if Curry Barker could put his touch on it, but I don't think with him doing Texas Chainsaw and what he's got coming, I don't think he'd be there for it. But I mean, Damien Leone's really cool, but Fede Alvarez, the guy who did Evil Dead Rise, or the guy who did Evil Dead Burns, I think would be really cool for it too. But I think
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'm with you, Rich. Though I think Damien Leone would be my top, just because, like you said, like you brought up the kills and everything. He could bring that over the topness and like that Freddy vibe to it, you know.
Right.
All right, so we got anything else on Frederick?
No, unless we want to move on to Johnny Depp's thing, since that
No,
trailer
we got-
kind of had a little snippet
We got Unma's
with a callback to it.
We got Unma's thing.
Okay, one
Slow
more thing. All right,
down.
that's cool.
Jeez.
No, I was just saying I didn't know if we were going to bring it up.
Jumping
Since
the
that.
gun.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were bringing it up because that trailer had a moment from that
We'll
movie.
wait till Slater says what we're talking about next.
Damn it, Caleb, you're right. Either way, let's just get to the next one.
Language, Slater. Language. You threw it out way too soon.
It's a D word. They can get over it.
He said it's a beaver. He said a beaver down.
Ah. All right, let's go on.
All right. So,
Jeez.
butthole. Okay. So at Comic Con, we got the trailer for Carrie. Now, I'm not gonna say anything about it because I don't think any of us have seen the trailer yet. But either way, they did show a trailer for it, and you know it's Mike Flanagan, and I think Mike Flanagan is an amazing horror storyteller. So I'm excited for it. Reed,
Also,
yeah, I was gonna say, Reed, what you got for it?
Also, I'm sure you also picked up on this later. Matthew Lillard's going to be in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's just an icing on the cake for this show.
Yeah.
Now, do I hate it though that it's going to be only on Prime? Yes,
Yeah.
but you know, it is what it is. You get what you get, and you don't pitch a fit. If you want to see it bad enough, you'll get Prime.
Yep.
And we'll come back later to it once we've seen the trailer. I'm sure of it.
Caleb, you got anything to say on Curry?
No, not really.
All right.
That wasn't really
Oh,
my kind
Carrie.
of scary movie.
All right. So now we're, Caleb was trying to jump the gun too.
Sorry. I just figured we'd throw it out there, because it was in the trailer. So I was like, ooh.
We're
Yeah.
getting there.
So at Comic Con, they revealed the trailer for Ty West. If you don't know who Ty West is or don't remember who Ty West is, he is the director of the Pearl trilogy. It's Pearl and Maxine, which we saw him in person at Horror Hound. He is they
Indeed.
released the trailer for his version of the Christmas Carol, Ebenezer, starring one of the greatest actors of all time in my book, Johnny Depp. And I think this is his first big role
Since the whole trial, yeah.
trial thing.
Other than the French movie he did.
But honestly, him being there at Comic-Con in character, going on stage, interacting with fans, I saw this one clip of somebody handed him the compass.
The compass, yeah.
And he went behind the door and gave a little cheeky smile at him at the end of it.
Yeah. I'm wondering, because I've heard rumors about that. We'll talk about that later. I don't want to get into that. That's way too deep.
But the trailer in itself looks awesome. I think the vibes of it, and that's why I said kind of horror, because it does kind of give off a horror-esque vibe in parts.
It gives me Tim Burton vibes, Big Tom.
It does. You're right.
It
does.
I thought it was Tim Burton's at first until I saw the name, and I said, that's not what I expected.
Low-key wouldn't be surprised if Helena Bonham Carter played somebody.
I think she does. I think I saw her in the trailer.
I swear I thought she was the Ghost Christmas Past.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But,
that's what I thought too.
Going to what Caleb was saying, there's a part in the trailer where he gets pulled into the bed, and that, like you said,
Mhm.
Dale, that is a callback to Johnny Depp's first movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street. But Ridge, what do you think about this trailer, my boy?
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
Like, not gonna lie, like, who would have thought I would be wanting to see another Christmas Carol movie? Just because this is like the umpteenth one that we've gotten.
Yeah.
Question: is this underneath A24?
I don't know. Let me look that up.
Because a lot of his stuff is under A24.
It could be. I mean, that's a possibility.
Well, while y'all looking it up, I'm going to keep on jabbering a little bit. I'm looking forward to whatever he does
No,
with
it's
this
not.
movie, too.
It's not. It's under Paramount.
Well, that's a shock.
Yeah.
I figured that this
now,
was going to be underneath
they only
A24.
it's only because I mean I get it because he's connected to A24, but I'm wondering if he's about to try to get A24 collaborating with bigger pictures like Paramount's, Paramount and others.
Unless he's about to be attached to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Dude, Johnny.
What?
I said, dude, Johnny Depp is.
No, not Johnny Depp. I'm talking about the director.
Kyle?
Yeah, Ty West.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be all right with that.
That's somebody that we didn't think about, and I just wherever we were throwing this out, and we brought up the idea of him being with Paramount now.
Yeah,
that might be why he's over there too, and this is a little test run.
Honestly,
could be.
I wouldn't be against that. And I will bring up real quick. Helena Bonham Carter is not in the movie.
She's not. Darn.
Is Mia Goth in it?
No. So
I did see Ian McKellen's name.
Ian McKellen
for some reason.
plays Jacob Marley.
That makes sense.
And we also forgot Ronald Weasley, Rupert Grint.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't forget he was in there.
Bob Cratchit.
Yeah, he's in there.
He plays Bob Cratchit.
Which is I think honestly that's a great role for him to play. And I think he's perfect.
This one's crazy. I didn't expect this one. Daisy Ridley plays the ghost of a Christmas Yet to Come.
That's Daisy Ridley?
Yeah.
Really?
Nice.
That's cool. I didn't even notice that.
This is a wild cast to get together.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big cast. And maybe that's the reason why it's not with A24 neither. It's because A24 is not normally known for having a large cast with movies. Like, they're known for getting big stars. Don't get me wrong. But they're not known for pulling a lot of big stars together like this.
Right.
And just to dive back into it too a little bit, I love the idea of Johnny Depp playing this role.
Mm-hmm.
It fits him. Like
it feels like the combination of like a lot of episodes, like a lot of people he plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really does. And I'm curious as I'll get out too, though, if this, since it is underneath this director, if it will have a little bit more of a horror aspect to it.
I'm sure even if it's not like straight up horror, I'm sure there's going to be horror aspects. One, I mean, it's a Christmas Carol. The parts with the ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, even in the animated one, is scary. And I can expect if Ty West, the horror director, is going to be a part of it, he's at least going to have a couple touches of it on it,
Right.
But it does look like it's funny. It looks like it's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be heartfelt moments. It's a Christmas Carol, Tiny Tim. I'm sure there'll be the horror aspects. I'm sure there'll be just all around a great movie. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to this movie really bad.
And it's going to have great dialogue in it. Because anytime he does a movie, like just thinking back to X, no, not X, Pearl.
Well, X was first, Pearl was second.
I know, but Pearl was where we had a really great dialogue at.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about I'm a Star.
Or monologue. Yeah.
Well, the thing is I was just thinking about...
Well, no, not even that scene. The scene later on where she's sitting at the table.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. But like I was thinking of you know how in each movie we get like a famous scream, like you know how Jenna Ortega had her scream moment and it's and everything. We need to get one of those from Johnny Depp in this movie, just in his like goofy scream style, like just like the up close big mouth type thing.
I'm sure we will. I'm very much so sure that we will.
I think that'd be hilarious.
It only fits that character, and having Johnny Depp do it.
Yeah. All right, so we got
Definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, we got Caleb. You got anything else to say, my boy?
No, I just think it's gonna be real good. You know, I've seen some people saying, "Oh, great, another Christmas Carol," and blah 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 this, and I'm just like, don't go watch it then. I mean, it's gonna be good regardless whether you're tired of Christmas Carol or not. I think it's gonna be a great movie.
You know what? Let the theater be empty.
I'll be alright.
I'll be okay
I'll
with
be
that.
fine with it because my butt will be in there getting to have a great time by myself. I know it won't be empty because I mean it's Johnny Depp, for crying out loud.
Right.
Anything that you have him with will draw a crowd like nobody's business.
Right.
But I mean, if people want to hate on it, let them hate because you know that's just one more empty seat beside of me,
All right.
and I'm fine with that.
Y'all ready to get to the big stuff?
Let's get into this
Yeah.
big stuff since we're talking about Comic-Con so much.
All right. So first off, before we got to Comic-Con, we folks, if you're, I don't think you're watching right now, but if you watch later, I'm gonna tell you this right now. We got the trailer for Avengers Doomsday just this past week, and holy moly, you know, I think it was everything we expected, which turns out, I mean, I figured it would be. It was the footage that they shown people at the CinemaCon, whatever it was, a couple months ago. I only picked it up just because, like, the things that he was saying, like, it was exactly what they were, you know, explaining and all that. But either way, I want to get y'all's take on it first. Caleb, what'd you think?
Oh man, dude, like I was I couldn't believe what I was watching. I think, you know, we're all watching it and we're just thinking, you know, we're hearing Thor, you know, kind of give his monologue about how he had fought someone kind of like this before, but with way stronger people, and every one of them died, and this person actually scares him more. And then it shows him just bringing that Stormbreaker down and it getting stopped by two fingers, and I was just like, oh my god, I ascended right there. I was like, dude, this movie is going to be amazing. And I think we talked about it, you know, a little bit, but I really think this movie is going to rip our hearts out really quickly, and it's going to be one of those. It's going to be a rough movie when it ends. I have a feeling it's going to be a hard one.
Yep. Rich, go ahead and say what you want to say, big dog.
Okay, well, first off, going off of what Caleb just said, so you remember whenever we got done watching Infinity War, sitting in Steak and Shake, and not knowing what the heck just happened?
No,
Yeah.
We sat in Steak and Shake after Endgame. The only reason
Was it Endgame?
Yes, because I only remember that.
I thought it was.
I only remember that.
Okay, I
because
thought it was Infinity
right
War.
after we got out of the theater of Endgame, I went and bought Mortal Kombat 11 at the
Okay.
Walmart.
Yeah, because I actually got to go watch Infinity War with y'all.
Infinity War. Me and you sat in the car outside of the Cleveland movie theater for like 3 hours just talking about the movie, trying to figure out what the heck happened.
Right.
Like,
So, both things, though, both movies, alright,
yeah.
left us speechless at the end and trying to figure out what the heck just happened.
Yep.
We weren't ready for it. We're not going to be ready for this. We think we're ready for this. And so does, according to just off of YouTube, apparently so does 51 million other people that have watched this trailer now.
Yep.
We all think we're ready for this. We're not ready for this, guys.
No.
This is going to leave us on a roller coaster of emotions I don't think we're going to have enough Kleenexes with us. I might just have to bring in a giant industrial sized thing of toilet paper so that way we have enough to be cleaning up our tears and probably a few other things that we'll let out during this movie. All right? But to get into the trailer a little bit more, first off, holy cow, guys. Did you expect RDJ to sound that freaking good?
I did not.
Yes.
As Doctor Doom?
I expected him to sound good, but not that good. Like,
When I heard his very first interview doing it, I was like, man, I can only imagine him trying to actually be sinister with that voice.
like him saying you're gonna have to make a decision.
Yeah.
I
Something
mean,
we
that
may not
is-
be able to tell. I was like, oh my god, dude, that sounds so good.
How you expect Doctor Doom to freaking sound, and he nailed it on the freaking head. And I just hope that we stay in love with this sound from Doctor Doom. Who knows? We might get a little irritated at it, but I doubt it because it just sounded so good. It left me in chills from the moment I clicked on till the moment I clicked off from that trailer. And I went back and watched it about 4 or 5 more times just in that day. I watched people react to it. I went back and just watched it by myself without having reactions to it. It was phenomenal. I loved getting to see, it's there at the beginning, kind of like how we just got done talking about from the leak. Professor X just sitting there watching this world get blown up.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Oh man, that was
And can we also bring up Gambit and Shang-Chi fighting?
Yes.
Yes, that was another thing. Not only that, but also Mystique's fight versus
Yeah.
Yelena Belova.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
I mean, holy W, Batman! Wow.
Did not expect this.
Getting to see
No.
Gambit flip in the air and slam his staff into the ground is like pure, like, I mean, I want to rip my clothes off and just type shit.
Just
This type of trailer is borderline one of those trailers that will just make you want to run through a freaking wall because of how excited you are because we're getting this and this is finally here. We finally get to see a little bit of Doctor Doom and every emotion is through the roof because of it.
Super cool shot of Cyclops coming to the top of the stairs, hitting his optic blaster, and like
yeah.
And just seeing Namor in that like super cool comic accurate suit,
dude. And to go back to whenever we see Thor taking Stormbreaker to Doctor Doom,
and he just
but all he does is put up 2 fingers to stop it by the blade. The same blade that pierced straight through Thanos whenever Thor threw it.
and the same axe that absolutely overpowered all 5 of the Infinity Stone, well, all 6 of the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
As it was,
And
blasting
Doom
at
just
him.
has 2 fingers. And Doom's like, yeah, this is child's play.
Bro pulled a Goku and just said, nah. Like,
That's why everybody said the Trunks and Goku scene where he's blocking the sword with the finger. I was like, yeah, I see it.
but the thing is, and I gotta bring this up, the speech that Thor is giving, and you kind of said it, Caleb, is him talking about, I fought many battles in my life, and none were quite like this. And he goes, every single battle I fought with different men, we won because they were powerful, but none have scared me like this one. And
Yeah.
just seeing Doom's silhouette whenever he says that, and
If Thor is crapping his pants over this,
yeah,
dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's big. He's a big bad like you want. Okay.
Mhm.
and we get to see, we got to see Loki for a second, and honestly, it does. I think this trailer does confirm that Loki is the one that we see walking up to Steve's house
Yep.
at the end of that very first trailer. Like
Did you also notice that when Thor in the trailer is walking up and says that's not possible and throws it to Steve and he looks up and grins the same way Loki used to do, and you notice the sun was shining on both of them?
Bro, that gave me chills.
See,
I said, hold
was-
the phone. I said, hold the phone.
I was about to bring that up
Yeah.
because to me, and I said that I told you all about this. There's no way that was Steve in that shot.
Yeah.
My initial thoughts was that it's one of the followers of Doom that can morph into people.
Right.
I thought it was Hydra. That was my first thought. Captain Hydra.
Well, even then, like, why would they put a prosthetic nose on Steve? That's the thing that was given away to me is his nose. That wasn't Steve's nose.
Was it prosthetic?
Yeah.
Or was it just the angle?
No,
might have been the
dude,
angle.
I've seen so many freaking angles now. I watched the freaking interviews of him. No, that wasn't an angle. That had to. It was ear prosthetic, or it was that they went over someone else's face with Steve's face.
Oh, I get what you're
Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking when I saw the sun shining on him
So
and the way he looks up and
They-
smiles just like Loki. I
there,
was like, dude.
there is a very high possibility that scene is supposed to be with Loki because
Yeah.
Thor sits there and is saying,
Not
"No, it's not possible." And also, it would be more impressive too of a
It would be
scene
an emotion.
because, well,
Mhm.
not only that, but also Loki now is able to wield
he
Mjolnir.
would be worthy. That's what I was just about
Yeah,
to.
it's because now he's a full-fledged god with a throne.
He was a god before, but he was the god of mischief. Now he's the god
Yeah,
of time.
now he's the god of stories. Well, a god of stories.
Yeah, god of stories. And the thing,
Yeah.
and he's proven himself to be worthy of it. So, dude,
Mhm.
that would be crazy. I need to tell Kelsey that.
And
Just
also,
Yeah,
if you
because that'll hype her up.
Well, the thing,
also
I was just gonna
if you
say
look in the
well, I was just gonna
Oh.
say the reason why I was gonna bring that up because me and her got into an like not an argument, but like a little heated discussion
Little
earlier, just because she was saying that if Loki, which I think Loki will still die in this movie somehow, but
Probably.
oh, absolutely.
But she said that if Loki dies in this movie, she'll never watch another Marvel movie. But just because the fact that we haven't got to see this time where the sun shines on Thor and Loki, and if that scene does happen, I believe at least you'll get her clarity.
Now, listen, too, real quick. I just want to point this out because even since I've come to this conclusion, I've went back and watched the trailer again, and that scene specifically, if you look, it looks more so like they're at the TVA than on like a ship or something.
Yeah. Man, it
Like,
does,
if
it
you
does look
look-
like the Fantastic Four ship, though.
That's what I was wondering, because I couldn't tell. I was like, where are they standing?
I think that is them at the TVA. I think Steve brings him to it, and I think that might just be Steve in the background.
True.
It could be. They
Because
could
there's-
be using him as a background because he could be just a multiversal anchor being version of Steve, a different one.
No,
It would make
it's the
sense.
same. It's the same
version of
Steve. But the main thing is that they wanted you to think that this scene is Steve that Thor
Steve.
sees.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. That's
But
why I
it's
was
not.
wondering.
Instead, it's Loki. But that's the reason why they didn't really show you any. You can't tell who's
Yeah.
in the background. Is because
Yeah.
that's actually Steve in the background. Because Steve is the one that uses Loki's card to bring Thor to him, so that way he can see his brother.
Well, also, if you notice in that shot, right as they're, right, when he's walking up, and then it stops him and says that's not possible. If you notice, while he's walking up, he's holding Stormbreaker, and still holding Stormbreaker for a slight second, and then that next shot is when he's holding up Mjolnir, and it comes out of his hand. I was like, huh. Something else is going on in that little scene right there.
Well, I think he's
That's
carrying
clear.
both
He's
of them.
carrying both of them, but
Oh, is he carrying both?
He's got Stormbreaker
Okay.
in one hand, he's got Mjolnir in the other.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because it did not to me it looked like two completely different scenes that are shot separately from each
You
other.
know, and
When I saw that trailer, and I wouldn't be surprised by that. That's how trailers work and all. They split up scenes, but it just seemed like it seemed like they were pushing that as almost like that's the scene, but you could tell that's two different shots. It's just weird. Yeah, it's one of those ones I saw that I noticed.
I'm gonna say something, Bridge, that'll go in line with what you said about the plot leak last week or the last podcast when we were talking about Odin sending an army from Valhalla and giving Thor more power. When in this trailer, right, we see Thor's blue lightning. But I've seen toys that is coming out, and even looking at this official picture, Thor's lightning is golden,
yellow,
and it's the
same. Zeus's thunderbolt.
It was the same color of the lightning from Love and Thunder when they had the thunder. But I don't know if it's that. I think it's Odin's power.
Well, do you not remember there's a deleted scene in the DVD for Love and Thunder that shows Zeus actually training Thor with?
No, I don't remember that because I didn't go back and rewatch that movie.
No, that was.
Oh no!
That wasn't a deleted scene. That was that was supposed to be the original time where Zeus gives him the lightning bolt.
But gotcha. I thought it was a deleted scene.
It says they had to mess around and make it one of the dumbest scenes in the movie.
No joke. Like if they'd have put that scene in there, that scene alone might have been the whole good part of the movie, other than watching gore.
But I just think it's cool because I think it'll be cool to see Thor with that color lightning.
Mm-hmm.
But other than anything, going back to the Steve thing, even in the scene where you see Bucky,
and Sam.
Bucky, Sam, and Ant-Man are all standing together, looking side by side at somebody, and some people are speculating that it was Steve, but they all looked either mad or confused or worried or whatever. Like, I think they are picking up that that's not Steve.
That, or they're having or they're having weird, they're starting to suspect Victor.
Well, also,
because I'm hearing that this is going to start not with him as the bad guy immediately.
Yeah, that's
him
what
tricking them into thinking. Yeah, so
some people think in that scene that Doom is standing with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like in that, when they're standing in front of the Thunderbolt screen, which I think the trailer also confirms that this movie will pretty much start right at the ending of that Thunderbolts after credit scene, or it'll that scene will tie into this movie. You know what I mean?
It'll probably tie into it because they're probably. I don't know if they're going to do a direct jump. I don't know if they will do it because some folk who haven't seen,
I won't say it'll
Thunderbolts.
Right there, but what I'm saying is that scene is literally that moment because Alexi is wearing the exact same outfit he's wearing in that after credit scene. Everybody's wearing their exact same outfits that they were in that scene specific. They're standing in the same exact location, and it is literally, the last thing they see is the Fantastic Four ship coming into orbit.
Can I make one slight argument with this later?
Yeah, go ahead.
We know good and well, though, that anything that comes to MCU, whenever it comes to releasing trailers, especially whenever it comes to Avengers, Infinity War, and Doomsday, they take out a lot of different things and they edit in different things. For example, we didn't see Hulk running down on Wakanda.
That's true. But the only reason why I think that is just because that looks like that's the scene where that looks like the scene that Thor's giving his speech. That's why. But
it might not even be that scene whenever Thor's giving that speech. It could be that scene's whenever Dr. Doom's giving his speech.
That's true. All right, so we got anything else on the trailer as we continue through the rest of the Marvel stuff we got? Because, sorry, folks, but the rest of the episode is Marvel. So
let's keep going.
I think we need to push her along there.
Well, while we're on the trailer, I almost forgot about this. at Comic-Con last night we had Hall H production or
Mhm.
the presentation by Marvel, and in the middle of the presentation, the crowd that were there got a new trailer, and it kind of starts off with and it's kind of like the backstory of the relationship between the Four and Doom, and talking about how Sue like they all know who he is, but Sue is telling like how he's a great man and everything, but a tragic backstory and everything, and then it cuts to like it shows Reed like in his face screaming at him saying, "You didn't do it, did you? Tell me you didn't do it, Victor," and stuff
Yep.
like that, and you hear Doom saying stuff, and it's talking about how they all have loved ones and everything, because like it shows Thor with Love, and it shows Steve with his kid, it shows Scott with Cassie, it shows them with Franklin and stuff like that, and it shows him waking up the Sentinels in the trailer, and like I said, that CGI, that's really bad CGI or really bad leak footage that we got that was AI enhanced from a couple months ago, has to be 100% correct, because literally there's a part where he turns around in the trailer and his arms just open, like he's holding them upside down, like with his palms up, like he's raising something up, and the Sentinels are raising up around him. And I saw that specific clip again after seeing that, and it was the exact shot. Like there, I could have showed you the exact moment where it was that shot. So we get that shot, and it just, I'm sure they'll be releasing this trailer within a couple months, a month or two, maybe. I mean, if they do what they did with CinemaCon, it'd be like maybe 2 months. But honestly, I could see him doing it during Spider-Man. Either way, the new trailer looks crazy. What do you guys think about that little trailer? I don't know if you saw it, Ridge, but just from what I said about it, what do you think?
I didn't see it, but I heard I heard the description of what all was said and everything. And it sounds fantastic, and I want to see it. Quit holding back from us, you bastards. I'm just kidding. You gave us the actual trailer a lot sooner than what I thought we was actually going to get it, so I can't be mad at it. Hopefully, though, we do get this trailer within the next couple of months, or right in front of Spider-Man, or
it may be Spider-Man that they show that for, because if they released it right like last night for that whole thing, then I wouldn't be surprised if they were waiting to really drop that part for Spider-Man people who go to see it.
I think it's a little early for them.
I don't know. I think that all they'll show, to be honest, I think they'll just show us the Doomsday trailer before Spider-Man. I don't think that we're going to get anything different.
And honestly, I think that's fine. Honestly, I can see them waiting until like the World Series or something like that to release it.
November or something.
Or like mid-October or something like that. But either way, that's exciting. I'm excited for them to release it. Caleb, what's your piece on it, man?
Oh man, the only way I was able to watch it was off of somebody recording it there, and a little hazy, but you could hear it real good and you could see enough of it. And I can tell you, man, like, shoo, buddy, this movie is gonna be wild, and I feel like this is gonna be Infinity War ending all over again. Everyone's gonna walk out of the theater like, what in the world just happened?
I think it's gonna make Infinity War's ending like a child.
Dwarf it. I think it'll dwarf it.
Yeah. I really think it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get on to this next piece, and it's a big one, folks. So get your panties ready. We officially got the confirmation that Ryan Gosling will be playing Ghost Rider. It will be releasing in 2028, being directed by Sean Levy. Now, I got to bring this up. I don't know if y'all saw the TikToks of this or seen these interviews, but there's this guy, all I know is his name is James, right? A couple years ago at Comic-Con, he was interviewing Kevin Feige, and he was telling him, hey man, Ryan Gosling wants to play Ghost Rider, and Kevin Feige was like, how do you know that? And he goes, he said it to me, and he was like, what are you doing? Talking to, look at you knowing celebrities or something like that. And he's like, yeah. He goes, I love Ryan, and we'd be happy, we'd hope to have him in the MCU one day. And as he says that, the lights go out, and they're like, oh, that's an omen. And like, there's so many times where this guy has talked to Ryan Gosling about being Ghost Rider, or hey, have you done anything else? And Ryan's just like, nope, nope. And at the convention last night, this is how they presented it. So they had that same guy, that same James interviewer
from the Happy Sad Confused podcast.
There you go. Thank you. He's on the floor, and they're acting like he's asking Kevin Feige a question. And he says, he goes, are you going to ask me the same question you ask me every time? He's like, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. When are we going to know if Ryan Gosling is playing Ghost Rider and everything? And he goes, yeah, I know the last time you brought it up, the lights went out and it was an omen. He goes, just because the lights come out doesn't mean something's being confirmed. And the lights go out. And you hear the motorcycle rev up and you see the Ghost Rider pop up on the screen. And it shows, then they turn the lights back on and Ryan Gosling standing in the middle of the stage. And big W's, holy W's. I don't care what nobody says. I am on board with this. Like, I am super there for this. As somebody, I mean, I love Ryan Gosling. Like, I don't think there's a bad movie in it with him in it, really. Now that I think about it, I think he's great. I know he loves the character. I know he loves Ghost Rider. I know he's a super big fan. And honestly, I also have to say this just because it's hilarious. His wife was the love interest in the original Ghost Rider movie.
Yep.
So it's like, that's hilarious. My real question for you fellas, who is he going to be? Is it Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch?
They're going the Blaze route.
I think
that's
the way it works. I think
it just, yeah.
And honestly, I think Ryan Gosling gives off Johnny Blaze more than Danny Ketch.
That's what I was gonna say.
Though I think it'd be cool to see Danny Ketch, I think it just makes sense. And honestly, I don't know if y'all knew this or not, Johnny Blaze in the comic books is originally blind, so it's like that works out too.
Yep.
But I the only thing I'm afraid of, I mean, and I love Sean Levy, but I just hope they don't try to make Ghost Rider a comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not saying he will, because Sean Levy also directed some episodes or helped direct some episodes of Stranger Things, so he got some horror under his belt. But the thing is, what I want from this movie as a massive Ghost Rider guy, I want the darkness. I mean, we've already got Mephisto in Ironheart. I want to see some darkness. I want to see the horror aspect of Ghost Rider, and I want this to be a rated R movie, and I think it will be, because I think Kevin Feige, somebody asked him about it, same guy, brought up it wanting to be rated R, and he's just more like, yeah. Like, he just nodded, yeah. And I just want to see it, man. It just excites me to be able to see Ghost Rider on the big screen again, a part of this universe, because not a lot of people know how powerful Ghost Rider is, and Ghost Rider is like one of the most powerful in the comic books. I mean, he's crazy, and I'm excited to see how Ryan portrays him for sure. Ridge, what do you think about it?
Definitely not my first pick, as we all know.
Oh yeah. I don't think it was any of our first picks, but
definitely the redeeming factor for it was having Sean Levy on board to be a director. I think that he will definitely be able to do the darker tones. I think that also, just a Ghost Johnny Blaze in general does have a bit of a comical side to him too occasionally whenever he's in his human form. So I think it's a perfect mixture, and I think that Levy's definitely the right guy to do it.
Low-key hope they recreate one of the scenes from the Nicolas Cage one. It's the part where he's in jail and he looks over at the biker guy and he goes, "Hey, nice jacket." And he takes the jacket off of him. And it's like that's the one where he like gets the spikes on his shoulders and stuff like that.
To me, I'd be more so wanting to see him down a big old thing of hot coffee.
Oh yeah, or the part where he's like holds his nose up and chomps him.
Yep.
But like I want to see how they'll portray the Penance stare. I want to see how his skull will look with the flames. I hope they go with more of the natural skull look, unlike the Robbie Reyes one, which I can understand why the Robbie Reyes one looked goofy because that's how it looked like in the comic books. But I want it to look more like an actual skull and not something a little bit distorted, you know?
I also like how they use the comic book
the
cover for the title.
Yeah. I think it looks sick. And I like how it's just black with the red. Like, I think it gives it that perfect vibe that it needs.
It's simple.
Yeah.
And that's all you need sometimes. It's just something simple. And that's what Ghost Rider needs.
And, you know, I hope that with this skit coming out in 28, it's going to be so cool because, you know, it gives me hope for Midnight Suns. And like we were talking about, Ridge, if y'all don't know, we pretty much confirmed that the Blade movie isn't happening, but this could be another, like, footstep to having a Midnight Suns movie. When we now got, you know, we had Doctor Strange, we've had Moon Knight, now we've got Ghost Rider, and also Blade, which, you know, Blade, Ghost Rider.
We also had, what's the character's name?
The Black Knight.
Yeah. I about said the Dark Knight, but I knew that was completely wrong.
But it would make sense that if the Black Knight and Blade had some kind of correlation together just because the ending of Eternals. Well, the after scene for Eternals. But that's my main takeaway from this. It's just it excites me for the future. And yeah. Caleb, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I'm excited. I didn't get to see everything for the Ghost Rider stuff, but I saw some of that, and I'm excited. Ryan Gosling, obviously our first pick or anything, but I think if they're going for like a comic book accurate look for Johnny, you know, and then I think they made the right move.
And I heard somebody say this, and I think y'all will agree with me on this. Somebody said if Carter Slade is going to be in this movie, they need to cast Norman Reedus.
Yeah, I can see that.
They don't need to.
No, but he was. I mean, one, Norman Reedus was one of the people that they wanted to play Ghost Rider in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Two, Norman Reedus. I mean, and I could say the same. This could be the same thing for Keanu as well. But I know they want Keanu to be a bigger role if they can get him to be it. I just think it'd be cool to see somebody like him as Carter Slade. Though, I wish they could get Sam Elliott to do it again.
Yeah.
What they brought in Nicolas Cage to play.
That'd be
Slade,
awesome. That'd be awesome too. That'd be awesome too. Like
that way, it's just a little nod towards
the old universe there.
To the old Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Now taking charge with the now Ghost Rider.
Yeah. I definitely think that'd be awesome. All right, so we cool to go on to the next thing?
Moving on.
So yeah, before just saying it one more time, Ghost Rider 2028, it's official. Ryan Gosling. Let's get this sweet. All right, next up, big thing, and I'm excited to talk about this one. So we had Ryan Reynolds actually show up to the panel dressed up as Deadpool, but in a jean Deadpool costume. Like, it's literally blue jean material Deadpool costume. And it's got like a Canada flag on the chest. Like, it's a patch with a Canada flag on it. what I think is funny because they're talking. RDJ was talking, and he goes, "Who's this guy with the swords on his back?" And he's just standing there, and
Hi.
he's like, "Somebody
Can we get this guy a mic?"
He's like, "Get this guy a
somebody
mic,"
get
and he
this
just
guy a
pulls the
mic.
mic out of his side, and he goes, "It's okay, I've already got one." I don't remember what else he said after that.
He was talking about, is Deadpool going to be in the movie, and it seems like Deadpool's not going to be in the movie.
I'm sure he'll be in it.
But
No, he will be.
the way they were conversing about it made it seem like he wasn't going to make the movie. But I'm certain that's just a way to keep people guessing. Like if you listen to the listen to the interaction between them, because I thought when I heard it, the first thing I thought was, oh, we may not actually be getting Deadpool in this movie. We may actually see him in Secret Wars.
I don't think they would have done this if he wasn't going to show up.
Yeah, that's also another thing that came to mind. Why would they even do that?
But tell me if I'm tripping, right? So why specifically would they have Deadpool show up in a Jean Deadpool costume when Spider-Man is coming out this week and people are still trying to figure out if Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey?
I heard someone say that she was not, but I can't remember who they said that they thought that she was actually going to play.
Apparently Tom Holland said that it was a Jean Grey.
Yeah, I heard something. But also, we know Tom Holland's been told
to
shut up and quit talking about stuff a lot in the past.
Know that Tom Holland's been notoriously horrific with keeping secrets. So he probably said it to trip people out. But I think...
Unless he actually doesn't know.
Yeah, he may not even know.
That's true. But either way... I think this is like it's just a weird coincidence that whole argument's still going on. He showed up in a Jean Deadpool suit.
Yeah.
I know it's a far-fetched. I just thought that was hilarious. But I think it's hilarious. I mean, the fact that it was actually Ryan Reynolds, too. Because I saw TikToks where people, like, Ryan Reynolds was walking around San Diego Comic-Con in this costume by himself. Like... He went incognito and was just straight up walking around the convention in the suit, taking pictures with people, high-fiving people like it's a normal person. Dude, I love your costume. Oh, thanks. And like stuff like that. And half the people that were in Hall H probably interacted with him. And whenever they saw him standing there, people started tripping out whenever he started talking. Like, oh my God, this is actually him.
Yeah, because like you can tell, like there's people out there who are really good at cosplaying and can kind of sound like him, but you know when it's Ryan because he's too witty and he's too quick to just. I mean, he's just too quick with the wit, you know.
I actually, there's like I think Blake or somebody posted like a picture on Instagram or something like that, and it's him in the suit without the mask on.
Yeah.
But it's just awesome the way they did it. I mean, I love Deadpool, and Ryan Reynolds is the perfect Deadpool and forever will be. But let's get on to the main story here. So, this next big news, fellas and ladies, if there's a lady in here, they are officially announced Black Panther 3 coming out December 2028. We don't know a name or anything for it. We just know it's Black Panther 3. But we officially get the confirmation that Toussaint, also known as T'Challa Jr., or the second, however you want to say it, will be aged up and will be the new Black Panther. And we officially got the actor, and if you haven't seen this man, I'm telling you, watch Alien Romulus and watch The Long Walk. Ryan Coogler said The Long Walk is the reason why he chose David Johnson for this role, and I can understand that. But yes, they announced it was David Johnson, and I'm telling you, this guy is phenomenal. Like I can't believe I never thought of him not being Black Panther. Like I don't know why I never thought of it, and I'm just super pumped to see this guy play him. I see it, I feel it, I can understand it, and I think that he's gonna kill it. Like I said, he's one of the best young actors we have right now, and especially for this role. Honestly, I don't think he looks too far off of what Chadwick looked like, and I'm just speechless by this casting. Like it's kind of like the same feeling I got when Chadwick got announced as Black Panther. It almost makes me emotional because somebody I know who is good, somebody I know who's gonna kill it, gets cast, and like I can't say anything better about it. Caleb, I'll let you say your piece on it first.
Oh, I mean, it's I'm pretty much in the same boat you are with it. Like, it's gonna be an emotional ride for a lot of folk who really, really followed Chadwick's career over the course of his life, and because I'm certain there's gonna be nods and there's gonna be moments that are gonna make people really, really, really tear up in it. But I think the movie itself, I think as long as the writing's there and they're able to kind of
Well,
shoot the movie the way they want it, I feel like
well,
it'll be really
they
good.
officially confirmed that it's going to be on large format, so it's going to be done.
Okay.
It's going to be shot the same, like the same kind of camera and everything that Sinners was.
Oh, okay.
And Ridge, I gotta hear your piece on this, my man.
At least they're doing the smart move with having it be T'Challa Jr.
Right.
This is what I've been preaching the whole time. I've heard so many people say that we shouldn't go down this route, that we should just bring in a new T'Challa in general. No, this is the route that we need to go, because we left off in Black Panther 2 learning about T'Challa Jr. Why not just pick up right there with him? Why would you introduce him and not eventually pick up with him? It makes too much of a perfect sense to not just end up doing this, and I am looking forward to what we're going to get in this movie, and I know it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's a great casting for this aged up Junior right here. Because
I'm just
to me, he looks like the aged up version of the kid.
And he looks great, like as aged up T2. That's a crazy nickname. He's looks great aged up as Junior, and like I said, I think he low key kind of gives off Chadwick vibes with his look. And honestly, like I said, if you haven't watched Alien Romulus, watch it. Phenomenal movie. His role in that movie is amazing. And like I said, for real, if you ain't seen The Long Walk, watch The Long Walk, because man, he's a killer in that movie too. But yeah, December 15th, 2028, officially Black Panther 3, David Johnson as Toussaint T'Challa II. On to the next topic. All right.
Hold on a second.
Oh no, go ahead.
There's a question in there that I'd thrown out.
You're right.
And I'm trying to figure out the answers right now. So I was asked by one of our listeners, how big of a time jump is that from Black Panther 2 to Black Panther 3?
I think, now that I've thought about it, at the very least, I think it'll be a 10-year jump.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's got to be close to a 10-year or 12-year jump, somewhere around there.
I just think, 10 would be modest. I think that'd be the earliest, just because I think, he's 8 years old in Wakanda Forever, and I think it would make sense if he is 18 and they are now saying, hey, he is now becoming king because he has the rightful place on the throne. That would make sense. Honestly, I could see it being 20 as well. Just in that range.
Okay. I've taken the liberty of trying to figure all this out for us. All right. Mm-hmm. So, just based off of everything that I can find, the year set for Black Panther 2 happens about a year after Endgame.
Yeah.
And then a few months after is whenever King T'Challa dies.
Oh, that's right. So that's 2026 right there.
Oh, okay.
And then, and that's also factoring in with about a 6-year period since What's-Her-Face left from Wakanda. Okay?
Yeah.
So he's roughly, whenever we see him at the end, he's at least 7, if not 8 years old by then.
Right.
Maybe even 6. just to be right on the head, because it says that it's factoring in since a 6 year period since she left Wakanda. So probably roughly 6 years old at that point. Okay. Jumping into Thunderbolts, Thunderbolts takes place in 2027. And then after that, at the end for that post-credit scene in the Thunderbolts, it's 14 months later.
Yeah, so it's 2028.
So we're in 2028 by Doomsday, right?
Yeah.
Make him what, 10 or 11?
Right.
Somewhere
And
around there.
then we're more than likely from Doomsday to Secret Wars will have another time jump.
Yeah.
If it's anything like how Infinity War was heading into Endgame, there's a big time jump. So there's a possibility that we're going to have a time jump. Not 100% sure if we will or not, but if I had to wild guess, we will. And then to also stack on that, it'll be another year after Secret Wars has taken place where we're getting into Black Panther 3.
Yeah.
So if I had to wild guess it, either he's I'm going to say about anywhere from 17 to 18 years old in this movie. He's going to be still a slightly young teenager, but he's coming he's at the end of his teenage years, but he's not fully adult yet. And I think that's fine since we're also bringing in younger cast for the X-Men, and we can tell a story with a younger Storm as well right here. Because as we all know, T'Challa and Storm have a relationship and they get married.
Yeah. And honestly, honestly, I could see that being a thing in this movie. At least the start of the relationship. And
right.
Seeing Storm come into the fold, because with this being the mutant saga, I think it needs to be something like that.
Yeah, and we've already heard that they're going to have mutants in this movie.
Right.
So it only makes sense for the mutant in this movie to be Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're also including Namor again, which I doubt.
My thing is, who is Denzel Washington supposed to be? Because Denzel Washington has already said that he's going to be in this movie.
I think he's going to be whoever the main villain is.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying too.
Now, who the main villain is, I have no idea. But I think that's who it's going to end up being.
It interests me. Oh, dude. Hear me out. Just hear me out, alright? What if, and this is just, if you know X-Men, you'll know who this name is. What if he's playing Bolivar Trask? Bolivar Trask is the man who creates the Sentinels. He's kind of like a scientist-y person. I
don't know. I feel like
he's not a good guy. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not a good guy.
I feel like they're going to end up having the guy in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think they're going to have him be the one behind like the Sentinels and stuff.
Okay.
Maybe they have him play. I can't remember the guy's name in full, so forgive me. But Voodoo. I can't think of the first part of the name.
Brother Voodoo.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
maybe they have him play Brother Voodoo.
That wouldn't be bad. Is there? Let me look something up real quick. Marvel villains. I mean, let's see. I mean, low key, do we think that Black Panther could be going up against somebody Egyptian?
What about Moses Magnum?
I mean, that's not a bad one.
it would kind of, it would kind of make sense in a way because, I'm reading about him a little bit, and if you think about, his aunt, T'Challa's sister, she's a research and scientist and all kinds of stuff, and I mean, that could incorporate real well. I feel like.
Yeah, Moses Magnum would probably make sense.
That would be a good pick, I think, and I think that Denzel Washington, at his age now, could probably do that character real well.
Which low key kind of sounds like the guy in the Spider-Man movie.
There's also Tattoo, so
because it says Moses is like the president of the Deterrence Research Corporation. It's like an independent weapon manufacturing firm.
you were about to say Anna Karis, weren't you?
No.
No, not that Egyptian one.
I was just thinking, do you think we would get him playing an Egyptian person? Just because,
I mean, we could, because Anna Karis is an Egyptian is one of the Egyptian looking villains in it. I'm looking through some of the lists.
The only reason I said that is because of Aurora Storm, because she is Egyptian.
The only other character I can think of, if we're going down that route, is maybe he plays her father.
Could.
Or Jakara. Jakara would be a good one.
Either way, I'm excited to see him in it just because it's Denzel. To me, Denzel's one of the greatest actors of all time, if not the greatest actor of all time. So,
and Black Panther is arguably one of the really great culture films for them, and I feel like he probably really wanted to be a part of that, and I can't blame him.
And let's real, if Black Panther was made in the '90s, he would have been Killmonger.
Oh yeah. He
would have been the perfect Killmonger in the '90s.
Him or what's his name?
Well, Wesley Snipes would have been Black Panther.
Wesley Snipes, yeah, Wesley Snipes.
But I'm excited for Black Panther 3, man. It's gonna be great. But yeah, let's get on to this next topic because we might.
But hey, Slater, real quick.
Yeah.
Just because of how late it already is, can we pull the last topic out and not talk about it tonight?
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just tease it for the next episode.
Yeah.
All right. So, last thing of the night, we've got some cast rumors for X-Men. Ridge, hit us up, big dog.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of names coming out, and especially since, we're getting closer to the X-Men movies coming out, because that's also a high possibility of what we're going to be getting in 2028. We could also see some of our new X-Men in Secret Wars even. Also, we'll see some of them sooner, especially if we have Jean Grey here in Spider-Man. All right, so some of the names I have for you guys. I'm going to start off with just what I have in my notes, and then we'll go from my notes to some of them that I have in my photos. Well, it's just one character, but 3 names, okay? All right, so the first one we got is Adam Driver. Right now is talked heavily about being to play Mr. Sinister.
Yes, I heard about that.
Honestly, I know at first it was heavily rumored that he was being Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
And I was alright. I was cool with that, but honestly, I would rather see him as Mr. Sinister.
I definitely think he would make it better, Mr. Sinister, than Magneto.
I think and honestly, if we want somebody that can play a menacing character and be a good first start to be the first main villain of the X-Men, I think that's the perfect person to go with.
All right. So the next name I have, and this has been talked about for forever and a day now, but now it's even more so in the rumblings apparently, is that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is being eyed to play Apocalypse.
In Sabanur. Yes. Look, I don't care what nobody says. I get The Rock is in everything. Oh, God, you can complain about it and just, what does The Rock say? Shut your mouth. Because I'm saying this right now. I think The Rock is the perfect build. 1, to play in Sabanur. and 2 to play Apocalypse. One, it's the build. I think he would look crazy in the makeup. I I just think he would play a great Insabanur, and he's already played an Egyptian character twice, so this would be the third. So, y'all, like I said, I think The Rock gets too much hate because he's in a lot of things. I think people need to suck it up because I think he's the perfect casting to play Apocalypse.
My only question, or my only slight concern is, does he have the voice for Apocalypse?
I think he could do it. And honestly, when he's inside, the only time he's got a normal, like when his voice just sounds plain, is when he's in Sabanur. When he's Apocalypse, it's a little like they got something behind it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like they could do that too. So
Well,
I just think like you can go back to my X-Men prediction or X-Men fan casting, dream casting on on TikTok. I literally have Dwayne Johnson as in Sabanur. Like it's my dog.
all right. Well, so for this next person, the next character I got, we have 2 front runners right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, for Professor X, the 2 front runners are Bill Skarsgård and Patrick Wilson.
I don't know how I feel about Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that either.
I don't think it's a terrible choice. I just think it's a little weird. Like it's just somebody I can't like envision. But honestly, it's not a terrible like option. I mean, honestly, I think he does kind of give off '97 Charles Xavier vibes. But
I think that they should go with Patrick Wilson just because he has more so of that fatherly figure to him.
Patrick Wilson's, I mean, I think he's one of the most underrated actors. I mean, Watchmen. He's Ed Warren in the Conjuring franchise. He's Orm, the Ocean Master in the Aquaman movies. He's awesome. I love that guy. But I think Patrick Wilson would be pretty cool.
All right. The next one I have is apparently being eyed to play Mystique is Margaret Robbie.
Margot Robbie, really?
Yep.
Huh. That's not a bad casting. It's just not somebody I would think to play her.
No, I don't know if I see her like that. I don't know.
That'd be cool though. I'm down.
It'd be cool to see what they do, but I just don't know if I see her like that. You know.
I think it'd be interesting casting for it.
Yeah, definitely.
One that I'm going to throw out that I've heard more so the fans than I have it actually being leaked is that apparently for all of you that absolutely just love her, Sydney Sweeney is looking at possibly being Emma Frost.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
It makes, and I'm not saying it just to be, a typical dude. She got big, a big chest. But the thing, she fits the character well. I mean, I think she could portray, she could really portray Emma in a great way. I think she could bring that brattiness, it's not really brattiness because Emma's not a brat. Emma's a queen. Like, she knows her worth. She knows how good she is. And honestly, Emma Frost is is also an Omega level mutant who is the third best telekinetic mutant in the universe, behind Jean Grey and Professor X, of course. And also, you kind of need her. It would be nice to have her, Jean, and Scott in the same movie, just because Cyclops also has a thing with Emma Frost as well. We need that drama. But I want to bring up Ridge. There's a rumored casting. I've heard.
Hey.
I know some people, I know Ridge, if you saw him, you'll kind of be like, eh. But I have faith in this guy just because he's a phenomenal actor. And also starred in The Long Walk alongside David Johnson, we have Cooper Hoffman, the son of the late great Philip Seymour Hoffman, is being rumored to play Cyclops. Just looking at him, you wouldn't really think that they'd choose him to play Cyclops, but I think, especially seeing how his body looked in The Long Walk, he could definitely get to a good point and a great athletic look to him. It's it's a little weird of a casting to think about it, so I don't know if they'll go through with it or not. But that is one that I've heard. And speaking of Emma Frost, I also heard I don't know her name, but I also heard that the girl from the Landman show, who plays the daughter in the Landman, is also being looked at playing Emma Frost as well.
Oh, the daughter. Yeah, that I could see that too. Yeah.
And Ridge, you brought up that they had fan casting for Beast too, right?
Yep, that's the last name I got, or the last set of names I have, and they have it down to 3 for whoever's going to play the new Hank McCoy / Beast, and that is Logan Lerman, Jesse Plemons, and Charles Melton.
Look, I think.
And about Jesse Plemons, yeah.
Well, Jesse Plemons was also on my Dreamcast TikTok that I made. So if I call that too, I will tell everybody I told you so. But
They just need to hire Jordan right now.
I mean, look, when it comes to look, I might be Marvel big, but the X-Men is my thing. So.
Oh yeah, I love X-Men. I get you, bro. I got you.
So, but I think all 3 of these guys are great options. Honestly, it'd be cool to see Charles Melton just because, I loved him in Riverdale. Thought he was great in the Bad Boys 3 movie. But I think it would be cool to see somebody like Jesse Plemons. And honestly, all 3 of them are great, but just the coolness of seeing Logan Lerman back in something. I mean, if y'all don't know who Logan Lerman is, he is Percy Jackson in the original Percy Jackson movies. He's also in Bullet Train and a few other things that we probably grew up watching. He'd be cool as Hank, especially when it comes to the non-mutated version of Hank. But I still stand that I think Jesse Plemons would be perfect. I just think it suits him. Especially watching Begonia and things like that. I think he's awesome.
I'm going to say that Plemons would make the better Beast out of the 3. I do, however, see Logan playing as Angel.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be really
because cool. As far as I know as well, maybe not, but Angel has been rumored as maybe one of the first few to be a part of this new X-Men team.
Well, it would make sense because Angel was a part of the original team.
Right.
So.
And then, Charles, if I pictured him in a role in the MCU, maybe as Harry Osborn.
I don't know. I feel like he's a little too buff for Harry Osborn.
I just don't see him being...
Not Beast. Honestly...
I just don't see him being some of these characters.
Honestly, I wouldn't be mad at him playing Sunspot. But Sunspot also is an Afro-Brazilian character, so I feel like they need to be darker skinned. But either way, no, I think it's great. The cast is starting to look great.
Who did you say about Cyclops? Because I just now found where I had Cyclops.
Cooper Hoffman.
Yeah, that's the guy I got.
Yeah,
I see it.
Like I said, it's somebody that people don't expect, but I think it'd be a cool thing if he, got his body in that shape and portrayed that character the way he does. I think that'd be awesome. And honestly, he's the son of one of our favorites, at least one of mine and Caleb's favorites.
Yep.
Growing up, rest in peace, Philip Hoffman. Food. So, if you don't know Caleb Ridge, that's the guy from Twister.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah,
Dusty.
but I'm excited for it, man. You know, like I said, I'm a massive X-Men person, so I'm excited for this. And honestly, hey, if you're not watching 97, get on it now.
Oh my God, yes. You need to watch that now.
This next episode is about to be the greatest episode in the show's history. I put it on my face.
I've watched the first 2 episodes.
Oh, this next episode is about to be insane.
I'll get there when I get there.
But either way, folks, does anybody got anything else to say for the night?
Other
Not
than
on our
Holy
topics.
other than Holy W this year for Marvel movies and everything.
So before we do our typical sign off, we are saying that next week we will officially be talking about the first plot leak for Secret Wars.
Not next week.
Or not next week. Not next week. Next.
Not next week.
Next week we got the convention.
And next week we'll be
we got convention. We got Spider-Man, and we got SummerSlam. We more than likely may do a Spider-Man video. We might slip one in there.
Try to slip it in, like a reaction video coming out of it.
Well, more like just our review on it. We could do.
Try to slip it in like a. Well, I ain't gonna say.
Don't even go there.
Probably watching.
but
Never mind. I'm back up.
Don't you dare.
But either way, we'll get to you guys on that one, and you're gonna have content next week, whether it's on the convention anyways, and of course for Spider-Man. Like next week again, CreepyCon 31st through the 2nd. We'll be there on the 1st, and we'll be excited to see you guys. We'll be ready for it, and we can't wait to have fun and to see everyone. Also, September 19th, look it up through that entire day. We'll be doing the kickoff event for the Scream Chamber.
Yeah, we will.
So, and remember, we're also, they're auctioning off or raffling off 2 tickets to the haunt in our name, and come out, get a scary good time, get you have good family time, some snacks, the best snow cones in the world, funnel cakes, you name it.
Cotton candy,
Exactly.
hot dogs, nachos, barbecue.
It's just come out.
No foot massage though.
Come out and have the best, a great time, and get spooky.
Sign our table.
As we officially begin, though we've already started spooky season for us. As we officially begin spooky season here in Athens, we'll kick it off. All right, guys. Like we say every week, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Hit the notification bell. Like, subscribe, comment, share us out. Follow us on Facebook so we can get to live streaming numbers. Grab your neighbor's phone, grab your kid's phone, subscribe to us. Tell them they don't have to do nothing, just be subscribed because it's cool to be a part of it. But we appreciate you guys. We thank you, fellas. Do y'all have anything else to say for the night? I guess not. Okay. Again, we'll see you guys next episode. And hope y'all enjoyed the perfect episode. Peace.
Bye-bye.